Om Namo Narayan. This 21st June, we will be celebrating the 9th International Yoga Day. The theme of the Yoga Day this year is Vasudaiva Kutumbakam. That means one world family. So let us see what is there in the Yoga Darshana, Yoga Sutras, which will help us to make the entire world our own. Maharishi Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras speaks in details about certain behavioral modifications. He says, Maitri Karuna Mudita Upekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishanam Bhavna Chitta Prasad. He says how we can make our own mind content, calm, by practicing Maitri. That means friendliness towards the happy person, compassion towards the sorrowful person, respect towards the wise and knowledgeable person, and ignoring the wicked person. So if we behave like this in the world, then our own mind will be content, as well as we will be able to befriend all. He goes ahead to say the practice of yama and niyama before the practice of asana and pranayama. The yama and niyama forms the foundation of the practice of Ashtanga Yoga. Nowadays often we overlook the practice of yama and niyama. That is why we fail to achieve a steadfast ground in the path of yoga. In the Yama Sadhanas, Maharishi Patanjali at the very onset speaks about ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-aggression. Our Guruji, Srimad Swami Sarvanandagiri Maharaj of Uttarkashi Himalayas, gives a very beautiful example. He says that while eating, sometimes mistakenly we bite our own tongue. At that time, we don't get angry and break our own teeth. Why? Because in the teeth and in the tongue, both belongs to me. So both the teeth and the tongue belongs to me. This sense prevails in me. That is why we don't get angry on ourselves. But if someone else makes a mistake, we get so much disappointed and annoyed on the person. So more the sense of belongingness increases, then the practice of ahimsa, non-aggressiveness, will become easy for us. Till we are unable to achieve this, we need to practice ahimsa, non-violence, non-aggression in all our thoughts, in all our actions and words. Second comes the practice of satya, truthfulness. It is very important to be truthful in all our relationships in life, and also to meditate upon the ultimate truth of this creation, of this life. That is the sadhana of satya. Astya means non-stealing. So, non-stealing, if we see, the Yoga Sutras were written approximately 2500 or 3000 years ago. At that time, it was so pertinent, as well as it is so much pertinent in the contemporary world. So we have to make these behavioral corrections. Then comes the practice of brahmacharya, exercising certain physical restraints in our behavior, as well as keeping the mind in the supreme consciousness. This is the practice of brahmacharya. Then aparigraha means non-hoarding, keeping things as much things are required, not to hoard anything. So if we practice this, comes under the practice of yama sadhana. If we do all these, then we will be able to make the entire world our own, because our behavior will become so beautiful that everyone will be attracted towards us. Then comes the practice of niyama. In the niyama practices, Maharishi Patanjali says, Shaucha Shantosh Tapas Shwadhai Isha Pranidhanani. Shaucha is the practice of cleanliness or purity. Santosh is the practice of being content. This sense of cleanliness or purity means not only in our external surroundings, external environment, we have to keep it clean and pure, but also our internal environment. How to keep our own mind content, how to keep our own mind pure and clean. If we are able to do this, then santosh will dawn upon us. That means a sense of contentment will come. Then we will be able to do tapasya. With a discontent mind, we will not be able to do tapasya. So, for doing tapasya, we need to have shaucha and santosh. We need to have ahimsa, satyaste, brahmacharya, parigraha. These are the preconditions. Tapasya, we all know what is tapasya. Knowingly to undergo some hardship, because it will improve our human qualities. That is called tapasya. Then comes the practice of swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means knowing our own self, study of the self. So where we will get to know the self? Through the different scriptures, they speak about the Atman. They speak about the self. So by studying them, not studying on our own, but studying under some guru. Then if we do all this, if we practice all these things, then Ishwar Pranidhana will happen. What is Ishwar Pranidhana? We will feel close to the divine. The divine residing within us. But we are unable to understand this. So through the practice of yama and niyama, we will reach close to the divine potentials that are hidden within us. So if we do yoga like this, then we will qualify for the practice of asana. What Maharishi Patanjali says about asana: Sthira Sukham Asanam Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam. I won't go into details of this, but what happens when we practice asana is that we learn to calm the mind in a difficult body posture. So whatever be the body posture, it is a difficult body posture, but we are holding on to the calm. He says that Ananta Samapatti. So this regular practice of asana, to keep the mind calm in a difficult posture, that goes ahead in our life to help us managing conflicts. As a result of this, he says Tata Danda Anavighatam. That means if we practice asana well, we will not be affected by the duality, the conflicts around us. So in any relationship, there will be conflicts, but our reaction will be much more sober and much more controlled through the practice of asana. Then comes the practice of pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. If we go through all this every day on a regular basis, then our behavior, our personality will become such that everyone will love to be a part of our family. So the consciousness expands and we start realizing that the same one Atman, the same Atman is there within everyone. So this is the basis of Vasudaiva Kutumbakam, to understand that everyone is the same consciousness. Om Namo Narayana.